every single day.
Hi guys, it's your girl Toyotuno Mamiri again. I trust you guys are doing very well. Thank you so much for joining me in my little corner here on YouTube where I share all things skincare, makeup, or whatever is going on my mind as of that time. Guys, I understand it's been a crazy couple of weeks. Been working from home, driving to work, homeschooling our children, nursing our loved ones, and just being on pins and needles with our anxiety level off the chain. But we will get through it, guys. Take a deep breath. Wusa, we will get through it. Let's also just follow the rules, practice social distances, ensure that our hygiene is at 100%, wash our hands, and just keep those who are at the front lines in our thoughts and prayers. We got you guys. You guys are in our prayers, and thank you so much for all that you do. Okay guys, so being that it's been crazy times here, I just wanted to just do like a nice, simple, laid back fun video with you guys. So this video is inspired by my girl Tanya Christina TT from the beauty squad. Love her to bits. She did a video this week where she shared her favorite palettes, favorite eyeshadow palettes, and I wanted to do I was inspired to share my own favorite eyeshadow palettes. These are some old palettes I've had from 2019 and some that I got at the beginning of 2020. So these are my palettes, my favorite palettes that I always reach for, and they serve whichever purpose that I grab them for. Okay, so let's go. So this palette that I have assembled, my 5 to 6 favorite palettes, eyeshadow palettes that I have assembled, have been categorized in 3 parts. The first part are my everyday work looks. These are the palettes I gravitate towards. These are the palettes I always reach for when I'm heading to work, or when I'm having lunch with my girls, or if I'm just going to hang out with the hobbies during the day and run errands. These are the palettes I reach for. Okay, the second category are the palettes that I would like to create bold, fun looks with. These are the palettes I use to experiment when I want to try bold looks. Okay, the third category that is my glam box. The palettes I gravitate towards when I'm going out on date nights or parties. These are the palettes I reach for. So, and I think for everyone, you should, every time you go shopping for palettes, that is what you should have at the back of your mind. The palettes you want to use to create your everyday looks, your glam looks, and your creative. If you're experimenting with makeup, these are your creative looks in terms of colors, in terms of textures, in terms of pigmentation. Okay, so here goes. These are my favorite palettes in those 3 categories. The first one being the everyday work looks. I would say one of my favorites is the BH Cosmetics Opalescent palette. This was launched, I think, spring 2019. This was launched in spring 2019. This is a nice, neutral, warm palette that lets me create warm looks. That lets me create simple, neutral, not too heavy looks when I'm going to work, and when I have meetings, or when I'm just running errands around town. This is one of the palettes I reach out for. I know they've launched other ones. This one was between this one and they take me to Ibiza and take me to Brazil palette, but this is one of my faves. I don't use it as much because I'm trying to conserve it, but if paired with a very, very good eyeshadow base, and I would suggest you use either the Urban Decay eyeshadow base potion or the PL Louise eyeshadow base in Rumo 05, depending on whatever shade you guys have. This works very well because it will give you a nice, it will ensure that the eyeshadows do not crease, and the color, and you get a nice color payoff with this eyeshadow palette. The second one is the Murphy Jaclyn Hill collaboration, not the revised version, the very first one. If you were lucky enough to grab this, I would say you are good on you. This palette was featured heavily when it was launched because there was something about the formulation that everybody liked, and I know Murphy has their everybody has one or two things to say about Morphe, but they really hit it out of the park with this collaboration with our girl Jacqueline Hill, who's an OG in this space. It will give, this palette is another palette I reach for when I'm creating looks for work. I don't want, in case I don't want anything too heavy, I want a nice, simple, basic, everyday look. I always reach for this palette, and the BH Cosmetics palette as well. I can also create glam looks if I have date night or I'm going out with drinks later on in the day. It's a very versatile palette, and I would say if you were lucky enough to get to this one when it launched, count yourself extremely lucky. This one and the BH Cosmetics Opalescent palette, these two are my everyday work palettes and my favorite. Okay, the second category, these are the palettes I reach for when I want to create when I want to experiment with my looks, when I want to create a bold, avant-garde look, so to say. These are the looks I come across on the web, and these are the palettes I reach for when I want to create those looks. First of all is the Makeup Revolution Patricia Bright Rich in Color collaboration. This palette, I don't know what exactly is it about this palette, but I really like the shade range in this palette. It has a nice mix of glitter, shimmer, and matte shades, so you can actually create everyday looks with this palette. But in terms of being bold with my makeup looks, especially my eye looks, this is the one of the palettes I reach out for. And I think I shared it with you guys that I created like 3 looks for my brother's wedding last year using this palette, and I got tons of compliments from the people that I created their looks for. So the Patricia Bright palettes with Makeup Revolution gets an A+ from me, especially paired, as I always say, with a very good eyeshadow base. You can never ever go wrong. Okay, the fourth one, or the second one in the series of experimental creative looks, the second eyeshadow is of course a palette that was launched this year by Wet n Wild. This is the Bretman Rock Wet n Wild Jungle Rock eyeshadow palette. I know it's somewhat similar to the Patricia Bright palette, but there's something about this palette, and one thing I think I shared with you guys about the Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette is that the eyeshadows are super pigmented. They're super pigmented, and they are actually affordable. These are drugstore prices, and to get that amount of color and that amount of quality for drugstore prices, for that color payoff, it is worth your buck. So these two, Patricia Bright and Makeup Revolution, as well as the Bretman Rock Wet n Wild collaboration. Bear in mind that these are actually collabs with YouTubers and beauty influencers. Interesting. Okay, these two are the palettes I reach for when I'm creating nice bold looks. Okay guys, so these are the third category are the palettes I reach for when I have either date night with the hubs, or if I have a birthday party or whatever, or if I have an occasion. These are the palettes I reach for, and these so happen to be ABH palettes, the Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes. So here goes in no particular order. First of all, yeah, I don't think I need to say any more with this palette. This is one of those palettes that Anastasia, these are one of those palettes that Anastasia Beverly Hills knocked out of the park with the Amazing ABH palette. In my estimation, there are 3 palettes that ABH has created that are the best in the market. My opinion, the Amazing palette is definitely one of them. Definitely one of them, because it represents and is indicative of everything that ABH stands for: opulence, quality, excellence, as well as the pigmentation and the color payoff. You know you cannot reach for this, and the good thing about this palette is that you can also create everyday looks with it. But every time I see it, I'm like, no, we're not bringing this up with anything. We are creating party looks with this palette, and it is one of my best. And thank you so much, TT, for recommending this palette. It is one of the best, and this is one of my faves. This is one of my faves, hands down. Don't at me. The number one palette that I think is one of my faves, and this has a lot of emotions tied to it, and I think you all know, if you've been following me for a minute, you know the palette I'm talking about. This will be the Jackie Aina palette. This is the ABH Jackie Aina palette. Okay, what can I say? If you are Nigerian, if you are Yoruba, this is my Sale Akpoti. This is the palette that doesn't, if you see me bring out this palette, you know that it's for a special reason. And this is the palette I actually have now on. This palette I have on now on my eyes to create. I created a look with this palette. So guys, what can I say about the Jackie Aina palette that has not been said by everyone else? But let me repeat myself with this palette. Jackie Aina was one of those creators here on this platform that I gravitated to when I was experiencing a low point in my life. I was a young mother in a new country with no friends, recently married. I didn't know my head from my tail. I completely lost myself. Jackie Aina was one of those people that I watched that made me remember who I was as a woman. So there is no way in God's green earth that she wasn't going to partner with ABH and I wasn't going to grab that palette. There was no way. And the fact that she created a palette that was, I would say, was tailored towards women of color, especially women like me, because she spoke to people like me, there was no way I wasn't going to support it. Being ABH was just the plus, was just the icing on the cake for it. This palette is a godsend. This is a very, very versatile palette. You can create your everyday work looks with this palette. You can also create glam looks with this palette. I like palettes that I can create afternoon, evening and night looks with. And this palette with the Amrizi palette, these two are, including the ABH Modern Renaissance palettes, those three palettes from Anastasia Beverly Hills are, I would say, one of the best in the market. I am yet to try the Natasha Denona palettes. I've tried like their singles and as well as the Pat McGrath. I know maybe if I try those, I'm like, I will change my mind. But for now, these two right now. The Jackie has like a few points on top because of the personal connection I have with Jackie palettes and the Jackie Aina ABH palettes. Yes, those two. Thank you ABH, thank you Jackie, thank you Amrizi. It just so happens that majority of the eyeshadows I have picked are collabs with fellow YouTubers, fellow beauty influencers, Amrizi, Bretman Rock, Jacqueline Hill, Patricia Bright, Jackie. So hey, okay, so guys, those are my favorite palettes, and I know TT featured 5 palettes, but hey, I added one more. Okay guys, so thank you so much for joining me in my little corner here on YouTube. Thank you for sticking with me, guys. We are officially 2 years on this platform, guys. If there's anything I'm going to leave you guys with, please practice safe hygiene, social distancing. We will eventually get through this, guys, my darlings. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and most of all subscribe and hit that bell button to get notified when I have new content up. Okay guys, thank you so much, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Okay guys, mwah.